Shalom. All praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh by Shem Shai Barakatham to you hopefully elect. This is just real quick. I was meditating, which this is something that I've been meditating on for a while now, because as we get closer and closer to that day, to that time period where all hell is going to be breaking loose out here, and though again, because matter of fact, let me get this real quick. Because when we see the prophecies, it when we see certain things going on and taking place pertaining to prophecy, it makes us excited. We get hyped because we're just that much closer to getting the hell up out of here. Getting redeemed, getting saved out of this place, this hellhole, this captivity. But on the same note, it's like, because knowing and understanding before we get the kingdom, all hell must break loose. The tribulation must come. I'm gonna read this real quick. Revelation 12:12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them." Now, certain scriptures that talk about, basically, it compares us to being, because when it's talking about rejoice, ye heavens, it's really talking about us. Like I said, certain scriptures go into how comparing us to the heavens. So again, with that being said, like I said, when certain prophecies take place, it gets us excited. We rejoice. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read it again. I'm gonna read it out. It says, "Rejoice, therefore rejoice, ye heavens," talking about us, the Israelites, "and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time." All right, so unfortunately for these people, all right, because when it's all said and done out here, this time period that we're coming into it's not going to be for their enjoyment. It's not going to be all fun and games. Because again, it's going to be all hell breaking loose on the earth, and more specifically here in America, Babylon the Great. All right, but as these prophecies are popping off, and as things are happening, it's one day closer to these people receiving their judgment. All right, because that's pretty much, the Lord brought all these spirits back on the earth to receive their judgment. For the most part, a majority of the people are back on the earth to receive their judgment. All right. So as we get closer and closer to that time period, like I said, unfortunately for these people, hey, it's going to be woe unto them. But on the flip side, again, that's why I said rejoice, ye heavens. Again, talking about us, the hopefully elect. All right, because it tells in Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, the 40th chapter, I believe it's the 9th verse, if I'm not mistaken, about how basically when it comes to when it comes to all the famines and the sword, destruction, pretty much everything, the can of whoop ass that the Lord is getting ready to open up on this place. Like I said, Sirach 40 and verse 9, it goes into how basically all that is punishment for the 2/3. You see, because again, this time period that we're coming into for the hopefully elect, we've got nothing to worry about, because this is our punishment. All right, Jacob's trouble and then all hell break loose. It's not for our condemnment. All right, it's for these people, everyone else. So they're about to catch hell, but nevertheless, we're going to be here to endure these things. We're going to be here witnessing these things. All right, to you fake and phony Christians, there's no pre-rapture. No one's getting beamed up into the clouds before the great tribulation. No, we're all going to be here. We're all going to, have to go through it. You see, and again, As we come closer and closer to that time, like I said, although we're rejoicing, we are happy that these things are going on and it's about to go down out here. But at the same time, again, because this is going to be a very bad time, evil times that we're coming into. The word evil goes into bad times, So with that being said, it's just like it's becoming more and more surreal. Like, again, the prophecies are jumping. They're talking about the charagma, the Revelation 13, 16, and 17. They're talking about that on the mainstream media, and all the talks of World War III, the wars, the rumors of wars, and all these other things. These prophecies, the more and more they're jumping off the book. They're jumping off the book, man. But like I said, at the same time, it's like I said, it's becoming more and more surreal. Like, because again, it's becoming more and more surreal. Like, yeah, man, we're gonna have to go through it, man. Because it's not gonna be a cakewalk. It's not gonna be peaches and creams, man. We're gonna have to go through it. They're talking about with the rolling blackouts, and there's a new boogeyman, so to say. And just all these different things. Them putting the squeeze more and more. Like I said, man, it's going to get tough. And it's only going to get harder before it gets harder. Before eventually it gets better. It's only going to get worse before eventually it gets better. And that's the part that, like I said, more and more it's becoming more and more surreal pertaining to the destruction. All right, the judgments, everything that the Lord said that He was going to do in these last days. All right, like I said, the Lord opening up a can of whoop ass. Like I said, man, we're getting closer and closer to that time, and it's just like, man, damn, we're gonna have to go through it. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck ass, man. It's gonna hurt. But we got to go through it. So we're coming into that time where, hey, counting the cost, man. Because a lot of us, we're gonna lose a lot of things, if not all things. Some of us, we're gonna lose everything. Like I said, that's the part where, like I said, it's gonna hurt, man. It's gonna suck, but nevertheless, this is a part of counting the cost, because a lot of Jake comes into this truth with the wrong intention and the wrong mindset. And when the Lord turns up the heat, because that's one thing, you come into this truth, don't expect it to get any easier, man. It's only going to get harder, And Jake comes into the truth with the wrong type of mindset, thinking that, I'm an Israelite, I'm in the truth, and it's supposed to be easy. No, man, it's only going to get harder, man. It's only going to get more difficult. And like I said, when the Lord turns up the heat, a lot of Jake, they end up folding, because they don't count the cost. Now, so I'm going to read Luke chapter 14, starting at verse 26. It says, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. All right. And basically, when it comes to this truth, when it comes to Yahweh Shema Shai, nothing comes before doing the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. It's not literally talking about hating your mother, brother, and so on and so forth. All right, but they can't be they can't come before Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. You see, man, because that's a part of some Jake and their stumbling blocks. All right, dealing with certain family members, relatives. A lot of Jake, they end up leaving the truth because because of a woman. Their wife may not agree, or whatever the case may be. And Jake end up falling out. Because I heard the apostles, they speak about this often, about how being in this truth, man. Now that, again, before I say it's not to say to neglect your duties and responsibilities as a man, as a husband, as a father, so on and so forth. But, being in this truth listen, we're not going to win Father of the Award. We're not going to win the Father of the Year award. You know, you see, because like I said, hey, this being in this truth, man, it's a sacrifice. You know, it's a sacrifice. You see, but you see that's part of the thing that Jake doesn't. They don't count that cost. Being in this truth it's gonna require time away from our family, loved ones. All right, because at the end of the day, man, hey, like I said, this truth, this is what it's all about. The brotherhood, this is what it's about, man. But reading on, it says, and whosoever doeth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. So you see, all right, because again, like Yahushua, he had to bear his own cross. All right, dealing with the burdens and the afflictions and the hell and tribulations. All right. Well, again, Yahushua, he had to bear his cross. Well, we have to bear our cross, man. And for those thinking that it's gonna be easy, well, again, you're wrong. You're sadly mistaken. All right, it's not gonna be a cakewalk. All right, this shit's only gonna get tough, man. I did a video a couple of days ago going into how we're coming into the straight gate. With this inflation and just the price and the price of everything going up, and it's becoming more and more difficult, and it's becoming more and more harder to live, right? You see, like I said, it's becoming more and more surreal. The very same things that we've been talking about, starting with the apostles, all right. For many years, man, hey, we're starting to live it, and for a lot of us, we're starting to feel it. So like I said, man, it's coming down to crunch time, man. It's becoming more and more surreal. Like, damn, yeah, this is going to get tough, man. But this is a part of counting the cost and bearing our cross, man. All right, because hey, when it starts getting more and more tough, man. Again, this is why we can't put wives and children, family. We can't put none of that above Yahweh Shema Shah, because, like I said, when it starts getting tough out here, hey, a lot of our loved ones, they're not gonna be able to deal with it. They're not gonna be able to handle the pressure. So, with that being said, hey, a lot of our family, a lot of our loved ones, hey, they're gonna turn their back on us, man. There are a lot of us, hey, for brothers that got wives, hey, I'm gonna just say, man, just expect the worst. Expect her to leave. Expect her to be destroyed. Now, and like I said, just Salakia. Expecting the worst, man. Just expect the worst. Expect her to leave. Expect the children to turn their back on you, man. We can't be too emotionally attached to the things in the society, and even people, man. We can't be too attached to these people, even our own loved ones. Because like I said, when it starts getting tough, like I said, hey, for brothers that got wives, hey, a lot of our wives, man, they're gonna go behind our backs, and they're gonna end up going down to them stations and taking that charagma, man. And they're gonna take the kids and take that charagma. These are things that we have to be mentally prepared for. And again, like I said, this is a part of counting the cost. All right, because like I said, when it starts getting the tougher it gets, man, hey, these people, they're not gonna be able to deal with it. They're not gonna be able to deal with it. But verse 27 again, it says, whosoever doeth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. So like I said, man, it's a sacrifice. The disciples, they told you how, hey, man, we dropped everything to follow you. Well, what are we going to get in return? And this is a part of the comfort of the scriptures, man, because again, everything that we lose on this side, everyone that we lose on this side, we're going to get it back 100-fold. So don't worry about it, man. But you see, man, like I said, it's a sacrifice, man. It says, for which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it. So you see, counting the cost. All right. You see, we come into this truth, man. We have to put all these things into consideration. Now, hey, wives could turn their back on us. They can end up leaving. All right. Children turning their back on us. all right, certain, loved ones, mothers, sisters, brothers, whatever, they might turn us over to the authorities. They might, what they call, snitch us out, rat us out. All right. These are things that we have to take into consideration, man. You know, and again, this is a part of counting the cost. You see, man, taking these things into consideration. Being prepared to leave it all behind and to lose it all, man. These are things that we have to consider. Because like I said, a lot of us are going to end up losing everything. And that's fine because Lord's will. When Yahushua comes and the elect are getting beamed up, we're not taking none of this stuff with us anyways. So the hell with it. The hell with it. All right. Hell, though, we're not even leaving with the very flesh, the very skin that we're in. We're not even living with the skin on our back, man. So the hell with this stuff, man. The hell with this place. But again, this is all a part of counting the cost, man. All right. Because again, man, we're coming into that time, man. It's these times, man. They're going to be very trying times. All right. The hour of temptation is coming, man, and we're all going to have that moment. It's just going to be like, damn, man, like shit. Like Yahushua, he had that moment. He was like, man, fuck. And hey, speaking of, because like I said, the each day that goes by, man, it's just like, yeah, the prophecies are jumping. We're that much closer to the kingdom, but at the same time, it's like, damn, yeah, we're about to go through it, man. We're damn, we're about to go through it, man. The straight gate. We're getting ready to go through it. So I'm gonna get this in Matthew 26, because hey, when Yahushua, when it was coming to that time for him, hey, being in the flesh is like, hey, when you're in the flesh, man, your flesh starts getting nervous, started getting anxiety and panicky, right? Matthew chapter 26. Matthew 26. Matthew chapter 26. I'll start at verse 36. Then cometh Yahushua with them unto a place called this Gethsemane, and saith unto the disciples, sit ye here while I go and pray yonder. And he took with him Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. You see, because hey, Yahushua, again, it was what Yahushua was about to prior to him being offered up. And like I said, because this is a sacrifice, all right, Yahushua, he was offered up, all right. He was the ultimate sacrifice. He was offered up. Well, hey, we're sacrifices, all right. But nevertheless, prior to him being offered up, hey, Yahushua knew what he was getting ready to endure. Because one thing about Yahushua, no one caught more hell than Yahushua, man. So, and that's why, hey, listen, look, Yahushua, he only sacrificed himself one time. The scriptures talk about how, hey, listen, because a lot of Jake treats Yahushua's sacrifice as if he's gonna come back and sacrifice himself again, when that's far from the case. All right. Yahushua is not coming back down to bear all the sins of the nation of Israel and go through all that torment. He's not going to do that again. So again, this is why he only sacrificed. He was offered up once, and that's it. You see, because again, our Lord went through pure hell, man. He went through pure hell. All right. But prior to that, hey, Yahushua knew what he was getting ready to endure. All right. And then, it was very heavy, man. He was sorrowful, Like I said, man, it's more and more we're coming into that time. And it's just like, man, damn, man, we're about to go through it, man. We're gonna have to go through this, man. It's gonna suck, but hey. Reading on, it says, then saith he unto them, my soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here and watch with me. Because again, being in the flesh, it gets panicky. Anxiety starts kicking in. And it's just like, man. Yahushua, he didn't want to be alone. He didn't want to be. He didn't even want to be by himself. It says, and he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, "O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou will. All right. because Yahweh Shai, man, again, to show you how heavy it was for Yahweh Shai, because he um before the earth was even brought into existence, before anything was even brought into existence, Yahweh Shai knew what he had to go through. He knew that, at some point he would be offered up. He knew everything that he had to endure, you know. But still, like I said, being in the flesh, even when it was coming to that time, you know, it was still heavy, man. Even though he already knew before, it was still heavy. It was still heavy on the spirit, you know. But like I was saying, man, it's just, us on a much lower level. Like I said, knowing that, hey, this time period that we're coming into is just it's gonna be like, damn, man, because hey, when Yahweh Shai, when he was praying to the Heavenly Father, man, he prayed 3 times, man, if there be another way, and he pretty much didn't get an answer, because hey, that was the Heavenly Father pretty much letting him know that there is no other way. This is the only way. And like I said, man, it's just that moment. It's just like, man, fuck, man, because hey, some of us are gonna be locked up in these isolation centers, all right, where we're hearing people being tortured to death, all right, being, you might be strapped down to a chair, and just having that understanding that, like, damn, man, if this is what the Lord's gotta, if this is my lot, if this is the Lord's will for me, then so be it. But like I said, man, at the same time, it's like, fuck, man, it's like, damn, I gotta go through this, all right. And you might not even, get tortured, or you might get tortured. You might not even feel no pain. You see, the Lord can do these things, but nevertheless, like I said before, it's a trying of our faith, because the Lord can bring a deliverance at the last second. But it's just in that moment, the Lord wants to see what we're gonna do. And in that moment, just like Yahweh Shai, he had that small moment of doubt, where he felt the presence of the Lord leave him. And for a split moment, he thought that the Heavenly Father wasn't dealing with him, but nevertheless, he didn't fold me. He didn't curse the Most High and die, or he didn't do any of that, And now he's sitting on the right hand of the Heavenly Father. Well, like I said, to us on a lower level, man, we're all gonna have that moment. It's just like, man, fuck, man. It's just like, damn, if this is what the Lord, if this is His will, then so be it. But it's just, like I said, man, at the same time, it's like, man, fuck, man, because we don't want to go. Matter of fact, when you read on down, verse 41, matter of fact, verse 40, it says, and he cometh unto the disciples and findeth them asleep, and saith unto Peter, what, could ye not watch with me 1 hour? Because again, hey, Yahweh Shai, he didn't want to be alone. When you're going through hell, and when you're going through affliction, you don't want to be by yourself, man. The scriptures say 2 is better than 1. You see, man. So Yahweh Shai didn't want to be alone, but verse 41. Cause you see, hey, in that time, hey, for those of us that actually have a brotherhood, hey, for some of us, we may not have that. We may not have that luxury of being around brothers. Some of us are gonna end up, being away from brothers, man. Because, like I said, or like the scriptures say, some of us are gonna be pilgrims. Some of us are gonna be on the run. All right, some of us, you're gonna be in the woods with our wives and children. We're not gonna have the comfort of the brotherhood, man. Some of us, some brothers aren't. You see, some brothers are gonna, straight up be by themselves. But it's all gonna be the spirit that's gonna have to be honest, to guide us. And again, because ultimately it's a trying of our faith. So the Lord wants to see what we're gonna do. And that's when. Matter of fact, when you read verse 42 or verse 41, it says, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. So like I said, whenever something comes up, naturally the flesh is going to feel some type of way. It's going to worry, it's going to panic, or whatever the case may be. But that's when the spirit is supposed to kick in. All right. Because I was saying, the flesh doesn't want to go through it. Like I said, being isolated in a locked up in an isolation center, we don't want to have to go through that, hearing other people scream, not knowing if what's going to happen, or whatever the case may be, man. We don't want to go through it. But You know, that's because again, that's the flesh. You know, when you're doubting, man, I don't know if the Lord is with me, and you see all that is all that pertains to the flesh. But this is when the spirit is going to have to kick in, man. You know, the spirit is going to have to kick into major overdrive, major overdrive. All right, because like I said, at that moment where you think that, you know, it's just all hope's lost, or whatever the case may be, all right. Because like I said, you know, hey, it's nothing for the Lord to you know, deliver you at the last second. You know, it's nothing for the Lord to do that. You know, but at that moment, you know, the Lord, he wants to see what you're going to do, your response. You see, man. But again, nevertheless, man, being in the flesh, like I said, Yahushua, he was in the flesh, but he knew everything that he had to endure. All right. But again, being in the flesh, he still didn't want to go through it, man. He still didn't want to endure it. You know, and like I said, man, we're not gonna want to endure it, but we have to, and that's the part that's just like, man, fuck, man. You know, whatever our lot may be, whatever the Lord, you know, however he drew our play, each and every one of our playbook, however it plays out for each and every one of us. All right, it's just gonna be, you know, it's just gonna be one of those things, man. It's just like, man, fuck, man, I don't want to, man. You know, it's just like, I don't want to, you know. It's just like, man, fuck, man, I don't want to do this, man. But you got to, man. You know, we're going to have to endure. As it tells you in Matthew 24, he that endureth until the end, the same shall be saved. It's going to be a literal fight until the very end, man. It's going to suck ass, man. But, hey, you know, we got to endure it, man. And again, like I said, this is all a part of counting the cost. This is all a part of counting the cost, man. You know, knowing what we're about to go through, because like I said, man, it's about to get, it's getting more and more surreal out here, man. It's getting more and more surreal. It's like, yeah, this shit is about to go down, man, and you know, we're gonna have to go through it, you know. But you know, just some stuff that I was meditating on, man. You know, because like I said, this is like, man, yeah, the prophecies are jumping, prophecies speaking, but at the same time, it's like, shit. It's getting more and more surreal, man. This is really about to happen, you know. And we got a small small taste of that back in 2020 when they shut everything down. You know, when they shut everything down, you know, a lot of us, we thought, oh shit, this is it. You know, got that feeling in our gut, like, oh shit, this is it. You know, and that was pretty much on a low level. Well, when it's really all said and done in here, hey. Listen, man, that's why the scriptures talk about getting our house in order, man. You know, getting ready mentally, spiritually. Because this is, it's going to be, soon we're not going to be speaking it. We're going to be living it. You know, it's going to be live action. You know, so hopefully this was edifying. Giving all praises to Yahweh Bashim Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh Bashim Shai Brakathum to you, hopefully elect. Lord's willing, until next time, Shalom.